We're, you know, we're slowly getting there. Okay, we're backing out of this area. That is not going anywhere near where I'm going to be spending a lot of time. That's for sure. I also technically need to move this now, and I got to think of like a building design for this. But that's fine. We'll figure that one out later because I don't really need that one. What's important is a house because I'm sick of that. It has 3 floors. You know how many floors I use? 1. 1 singular floor. And I hate it. It's so weird looking. I don't know. So we gotta make a book and quill or something so I stay on task today because I really want to stay on task and actually get stuff done this time instead of just running around doing jack shit. Let's see. It's like a feather, ink sac, and a regular book, which like regular book is 1 leather, 3 paper. Where do I even have an ink sac? I can't know. I don't know. You see those people that just like play Minecraft music at like at like funerals or at like those Christian places like the churches and stuff. They'll just start playing Minecraft music. You know what? They can get away with it too. It sounds so peaceful, you know? That's what your life needs is just some peaceful Minecraft music. I guarantee you if Minecraft was around when the wars were going on, they would just like blast Minecraft music and everyone would just stop fighting. No one would battle over Minecraft music. Come on. Oh, it's so funny whenever you're like in a game and you're like in the most detrimental place ever and you're like, I'm so fucking scared right now, and all you hear is that peaceful Minecraft music. Oh, it's best. I love it whenever music just doesn't match up with the atmosphere. My issue is I think I make the roofs, well, I know I make the roofs way too big. Oh, I remember this one time whenever I got I think it was whenever I got my good computer, the one that I have now. I made this one house on this one world, and it was like years ago. Like over 3 years ago. That's around the time. And I still had no idea how to build in Minecraft. Still don't. Don't take my like over 8 years of playing Minecraft as a as a sign that I'm good at literally anything. I can't PvP, I can't parkour, I can't build. All I do is wander around and do stuff. I'm more interested in Minecraft mechanics, I think. Not redstone. Definitely not redstone. That shit confuses the fuck out of me. That also reminds me of whenever I in the beginning of me streaming and stuff, I used to stream like Minecraft maps. Like I'd stream horror maps and then I moved on to puzzles at some point because I kept pissing myself like every stream. I got so scared. I was like, okay, chat, we're gonna like do a part 2 and then never do a part 2 because I'm just too scared to load the game back up. Oh fuck. Why is my, like, legs missing? Like, why is that leg missing? Half of the leg. This house is not structurally sound. Okay, listen. I'm in drafting. I can become house inspector. But there was this one map that I played, and it was a redstone map. I'm gonna be honest, like, during the beginning, I think I did pretty well, but then we started getting into more, like, high, like, redstone stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I give up. Nope. maybe there should be like a building course at this point because my god, I look up YouTube videos on like how get good build in the block game, and yeah, no, I watched like a second of it and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I think I could manage that. No, I cannot. Not at all. It does not work. My parkour skills are immaculate, man. I'm very good at this. Also, placing all this concrete was such a pain. I hate to see it all go. Not really. I'm lying. I'm a liar. I'm glad that this is going away. It was such a pain to place because I placed it all and then I turned it in the concrete. Like in hindsight, it was probably a decently smart idea because then I wouldn't have to like spend extra time breaking it. But also the issue was that I put some concrete in such hard to reach spots. I was just like, screw it, and I didn't make it concrete, and I just kept it as the powder. And even now, sometimes I still find the powder, and I'm like, oh. So, you know, today's gonna be the try not to half-ass everything day. We need that in our lives. I keep hearing that. We need to move the piglins as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I kind of want to keep them like some... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I know what we're doing today. We're making a dungeon. Look, we're building a list. We're not gonna check that shit twice. Fuck that. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Let's go. Collecting blocks. Let's just be glad that there's not a weight limit in this game. I would be dying 24/7 because I carry too much stuff. Also, I'm trying to stop the habit of sleeping through every single night because it can be very annoying to just stop whatever you're doing and just walk to your bed. So I'm trying to stop that. I think it's decently working. See, look. You know, wouldn't have had at least like one of these rows done if I slept. Probably would have slept and then forgot what I was doing and then walked off somewhere else. Let's be honest. I have goldfish brain. You know, okay. You know, I had a water issue yesterday and a little bit of today. They fixed it today, like early in the morning, so I'm glad about that. But today, they had like a water issue. And yesterday, and it was like basically the water was unsafe to do anything. You couldn't touch it. You can't drink it. You can't wash like your clothes. You can't wash dishes. Definitely can't like wash your hands or like take a shower or bath or anything. The only thing that you basically could do with water is, you know, flush toilets and stuff. And that's about it. So I thought, because of this, they would cancel school, and I was so ready for it. You know, okay, so where I live, they cancel school quite often, like, especially during the winter seasons, because everyone here are pussies. And, the second that there's even, like, one spectacle of snow, that dreaded white powder, other white powder, they're like, holy shit, call the CIA. We're shutting everything down. And so I thought, you know, literally no water, can't wash your hands at school, can't drink anything at school, can't really do much. But no, they're like, no, we still got school. And I'm like, no you don't. So I didn't actually end up showing up that day. I didn't show up yesterday at all. I didn't plan on showing up today, but my mother dragged me. Anyway, why did I have so many books? I mean, did I have those on me this whole time? Did I really just go on a manhunt for a book whenever I had one this whole time? Had multiple this whole time. Dude, what am I, like, doing with my life? Basically, yeah, so school did not get canceled some fucking how. I'm like, what? Like, we had one, like, speck of snow this year for, like, the first few days of, you know, of it snowing really hard. Because it did snow really hard. Like, there was, like, an entire, like, week we were off just because of the snow. And then we have no water. And they're like, oh yeah, they'll be fine, they'll live. Today was the worst day to not have water as well, because I ended up running. So basically, I did end up going today. I was just late because they fixed it at like 7 something, and my mom figured out at like 8. So she's like, oh, okay. So she dragged my ass out of bed. She didn't even know that I skipped yesterday. She wouldn't have known if school wouldn't have been a snitch about it. See, my school, they have your parents' phone numbers, obviously. And whenever you're tardy, or if you miss like one class, they'll have like an automated text thing go out to your parents. And it'll say like, oh, Freak Show wasn't in class in one or more of her block classes. And to that I say, fuck you, she wasn't supposed to find out. But I guess it's worked out for me because she's not mad, I don't think. I mean, I think she's more of like, you're fucking ridiculous than mad. But you know, got a free day off, which was nice. Because I never miss a day of school. Like, usually, I miss, like, one day out of the entire year. And, you know, I'm taking my sick days. I'm taking them in stride. Because, listen, I'm a junior. I can't be paid enough to care anymore. So I went to school today, and obviously I needed to ask for like all the makeup work and shit. So I'm going around to all my teachers. I'm like, hey, the fuck I miss. And one of my teachers, my English teacher, the one that everyone hates, she was like, you were gone yesterday? And I'm like, yes. She's like, no, you weren't. I'm like, yes, I was. I was indeed gone. Who do you think? What? And she's like, I thought you were here. And I'm like, why would I be here? I didn't show up at all. What do you mean? Oh, fuck. What are you talking about? Yeah, this woman, she thought I was at school yesterday, the day that I was missing. How does that even happen? How do you confuse that? Like, okay, I get it. I'm a quiet person. I don't talk a lot at school, but I can't be that quiet, can I? So where my teacher doesn't even know that I'm missing? I mean, I think that's a little bit concerning, I'm gonna be honest. Because imagine, like, during a fire drill, if I'm in her class, dude, I'm booking it. I'm gone. She'll just be, like, talking to thin air trying to talk to me. She's like, oh, where did the little one go? Oh, God. Basically, every single week, for preparation of the SATs, which I think it's only an American thing, which I wish it wasn't. I'm just gonna skip the SATs this year. I don't care enough, and I can't be paid enough to care. So I'm just gonna skip the SATs this year. I did it last year. I'm gonna do it again. I think it's only an American thing, so I'm probably gonna have to explain it a little bit, because I'm friends with, like, a bunch of, like, British people. Ill stinkies. Weirdos. So SATs, basically, they help you get into colleges, which for the UK people, I believe that would be uni. But basically, SATs, it's kind of like a resume for college. And then they'll have this, and depending on like what score you get, yeah, obviously, you get the idea. I don't plan on going to college. I'm going to trade school for a reason. I ain't trying to fuck with all that. So yeah, I'm skipping that. But the one year that I did take it, because I was supposed to take it, last year, but didn't. And the year before that, you take it basically your freshman, your sophomore, and your junior year. Your junior year is the only year that actually counts. Your freshman and sophomore year are basically just like preparing you for your inevitable death. So that's fun. So basically wasting our fucking time. This year, they're doing it differently too. So it's like, you prepared us for jack shit. Everything's gonna be different this year. What are you even trying to prepare us for? Yeah, so basically we have vocab test or quizzes like every single like week because of this SAT thing. Because she's like, these will be on these are words that will maybe not really be on the SAT. They're not gonna be on the SAT. I know that for damn sure. Because on the SAT, I took that shit one year and I remember some of the questions from it. There are no vocabulary words on the fucking SAT. Or at least the ones that I've taken. They probably like don't give you like the exact SAT for your final take of it. But basically the only fucking English, because there's like different sections of it for the people that don't know. There's like a math section. There's like 2 math sections. There's one where you can have a calculator and one where you don't. And I'm failing the one where you don't, so there's no point in me going. And then there's an English section. And basically, all that's in the fucking English section is just, like, the dumbest shit. Like, you have to read. I'm not doing all that. Also, it's timed. But basically, you read a fucking, like, short story, and then you have to, like, answer questions about it, which I think is stupid. But also, the rules are so strict. Like, if you can't have your phone on you at all. Like, you can't have it in your pocket or anything. Even if it's in your backpack halfway across the room, you still have to give it to the teacher. It doesn't even matter. Basically, even if a phone just dings, like you forgot to put it on silent or something, it's Jover. Everyone in that room fails. Every single person in that fucking room fails. You forgot to mute Discord and your friends messaged you hello. Fail. You can't do that. So it's pretty strict. I think there's a rule. You can't have water bottles with you. You can't have food. You can only go to the bathroom during a specific like set times and stuff. They take this stuff very seriously too. I'm not showing up to that shit because I refuse to just be dragged into a room and then told to, sit there for hours. And it's not even like you can move on by yourself or like whenever you finish the section. You can't move on. So you can't even work at your own pace. So you're just sitting there, bored, because you're not allowed to have paper. And you're not allowed, like, the only paper that you were given which you can't even have anymore because it's all digital now. Why does everything become digital? Like, people complain about kids, like, having their nose stuffed in iPads now, having teenagers' heads in their phones or on their computers, and then they digitalize everything. How backwards is that? Sir, look, these kids are watching Skibbity Toilet. and this mind-numbing shit. And they're like, it's rotting their brains out. The screens are harmful to their eyes. They should, you know, not be doing that. And then they make everything digital. Dude, people where I live, elementary schoolers have iPads and laptops and stuff. My school doesn't even let you, like, have backpacks. Or, like, they'll allow, like, small backpacks, but, like, anything that can fit a textbook, anything bigger than a textbook, they don't allow. Which people don't listen to this, really. People just kind of, like, have, like, the small backpacks. I even do this. I'm gonna be honest. I have a small backpack, and I just shove all my stuff in there. I stopped carrying around a folder for this. Everyone just carries around small backpacks and shoves all their stuff in there. I don't understand the backpack rule. I think it's because one year, there's this teacher. I didn't have her personally, but I heard from other kids that had her class that this is, like, one of the reasons why they had the backpack, why they put, like, the backpack rule back in place in the first place. Was because she was walking around the room and she tripped on someone's backpack. She fell down and she was like screaming. She was like trying to get up and everything. But instead of grabbing, like, I don't know, a fucking stable object, she grabs a rolly chair and fucking, like, tries to pick herself up that way. And she the rolly chair falls over whenever she grabs it and tries to stand, and it, like, rolls away, and she's like she fucking falls again because of it. And it's like a continuous cycle of her trying to grab something and her just continuously falling over. But I heard that's the reason why they added the backpack rule back, because they had it before, but they stopped it whenever COVID hit because they just didn't want extra germ spreading from, like, touching the lockers and stuff. And that teacher was dramatic as hell. I know damn well that teacher was dramatic as hell because I had a history teacher my freshman year whenever we were allowed to carry around backpack, and he was walking in the class and stuff. Absolutely fucking hunts this dude's backpack that was in her way. She could have walked around it easily or literally done anything else, like, you know, it was not in her way that much, but she was doing it in heels too, like Slay, I guess. But she absolutely fucking, like, football, like, in the wrong profession type shit hunts this backpack across the room. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And she heels, my guy. And this fucking teacher that was, like, wearing, like, tennis shoes, because okay, I know the teachers that they're talking about. She wears, like, around the same thing every single day. Like, she wears, like, one of those, she wears, like, a black hoodie, a gray shirt for some, like, she never changes her wardrobe at all. I wouldn't be surprised if she had, like, the same exact outfit just in her closet, so she never has to wash her clothes, and so she could just look the same every single day. And she always wears the same pair of shoes, you know? And she always wears, like, tennis shoes, like the Skechers, like the black and gray Skechers. Listen, one thing that a lot of people online don't know about me, because why the fuck would they know this about me? But I don't wear shoelaces. I've always had an issue. Listen. Okay, I know how to tie shoelaces. I promise I know how to tie shoelaces. I just don't like them. So I have the child shoes. I have the fucking child shoes where instead of laces, it's not Velcro because I'd still managed to fuck up the Velcro. But I have the one where they have, like, the elastic bands. So I don't have to tie them or anything or deal with that. And they're just slip-ons. Freshman year, in gym class, they did not allow, like, elastic shoes. Like, if they didn't have laces, they didn't allow them in gym class. Which, personally, I thought were stupid because, I'm sorry? Because out of all my, how old am I? Uh-oh. 17. Okay, out of my 17 years of life, whenever I was a child, obviously, I wore Velcro. And whenever I got older, I moved up in the world. I moved up in the ladder, the shoe chain, and I got me some shoe-laced ones. I actually had to go back down to Velcro because I refused to tie the shoes because I didn't like them. And so I had to go to Velcro, but I got shoes that I didn't like. Or, like, my mom made me get shoes that I didn't like because I didn't think that they were comfortable. That was, like, a whole thing in 5th grade. That was fucking fun when she found out. She literally came to the school. I was such a mastermind. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Because the things that I would do to get out of doing literally anything was fucking immaculate. I impressed myself. Because whenever I didn't like these shoes. So, obviously, I had other pairs of shoes, as one usually does. These shoes just so happen to be like fucking flip-flops. But my mom, at my house, we have a shoe tray where basically everyone puts their shoes and everything. So if my mom were to look at the shoe tray, she would see that my shoes were there. And so, you know, I'd be like, she's like, did I go to school barefoot? Like, what the fuck did I do? And then obviously she would figure out just from that. So what my toddler-sized brain thought of, I grabbed the shoes and I didn't just hide them away in my room. Because I was like, if I hide them in my room, there's another chance that my mom will find them. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in my backpack. And then even if she comes to the school or something at a random time, I can put those shoes on and pretend like everything's okay. One day, I don't know what I did, but I got in trouble. And it was enough trouble to call home. And of course, I was like wearing my flip-flops that day. And so I'm sitting down in my class, I'm alone. There's the teacher and she's like, I'm gonna call your mom. And I'm like, okie dokie. And so she calls her and over the phone, I hear my mom ask something. And then my teacher looks at me, she looks down and she says, flip-flops. And I'm like, fuck. Oh no. The jig is up, boys. I'm like, she's gonna kill me. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, my death, my livelihood ends here. And so, you know, I'm writing my will out. I'm like, to give everything to my pet guinea pig, you know, give my mother absolutely nothing because she's a witch. She's a witch. Or make me wear these stupid shoes. You know, I'm writing my will. I'm, you know, coming to terms with everything. I'm writing my last letters to my friends. I'm going all out. So my teacher hangs up and she's like, okay. I'm like, what? And she's like, okay, you're gonna stay here for a little bit. I'm like, oh, can you protect me? Like, does the school offer like insurance on if my mother actually takes my head off this time? I'm like writing letters to people that I didn't like. This is fucking ridiculous. I stayed there. I stayed there for like the entirety of gym class because that was like the class that I was on my way to. And so I just sit there and then I remember like later in the day, I thought I was safe. I'm like, okay, are we good? But like I still had like doubt because there was still like the time that I got home. I'm like, would mother dearest really show up here unannounced to beat my ass? Yeah, the answer was yes, she would. Because like not even like a minute into thinking this, my teacher gets a call and she's like, yeah, I can send her down. I'm like, oh no. So my teacher tells me to go down to the office. I was like, quick, think of something. I'm like, grab the shoes out of my backpack, change into the shoes, act like my teacher's schizophrenic, and all will be good in the world. All was not good in the world. I show up, I'm in the tennis shoes, absolutely dying on the inside because I hated those fucking things. Those fucking things sucked. My mom sees me and she's like, where's the flip-flops? And I'm like, the teacher is senile. Absolutely batshit insane, mother. You would not believe the amount of shit that she spews. Absolutely nonsense. I'm so glad that you took me out of her class. She was about to tell us how 9/11's a hoax and how the moon landing wasn't true. But she's like, where are the flip-flops? Like, she got that tone. She's like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you keep lying to me. I'm like, I'll go get them, mother. Of course, anything for you, mother. So I make the walk of shame. I'm making this shit slow. I'm going like snail's pace. I'm dragging my feet. I have my head down. I'm thinking about like what stuffed animal to give my very little cash to. I get to my locker I take out the flip-flops and I start making my walk of shame back. I debated on just throwing them away somewhere or hiding them somewhere else. And just being like, mother, I told you she was senile. Literally have none. Because if my mom took these flip-flops from me, I would literally have no shoes. I would have no other shoes to wear because these were like my only like other shoes. So after this, I'm out of ideas. I don't know what the fuck to wear. And I still not want to wear those shoes. So I walk in and I decide not to throw the fucking shoes away or hide them somewhere else because I didn't know where to hide them. And also I was kind of on a time limit because like if I'm gone for too long, and again, I went snail's pace, so it's like already been 5 minutes. Then they would probably like send someone to come look for me and that'd just be so much worse. So I make the walk of shame back and she's like, give them to me. And I'm like, I don't want to. I really don't want to, mother dearest. Mother dearest, please have pity on my feet. Please, I don't like the shoes. I reluctantly give her the fucking shoes and she's like, get back to class. So I'm like, you're not even gonna pick me up after this? Like, you're already here. But no, I did not get picked up. I had to make the walk of shame back to class. And you know, the rest of the day goes on as normal. I fucking hated it. I remember after that, I don't know, I don't really remember, but I do remember I did not wear those shoes for long. Like, I did not wear those shoes for very long. I somehow found a different... I think I went through my sister's closet, which she has way bigger feet than mine, so that didn't work out too well. I swear, today was the worst day to forget my water bottle. I very rarely forget my water bottle. I've been trying to drink more water as of recent because it's, you know, good for you. And so I've been trying to drink more water. So I've been carrying around my heavy-ass water bottle. It is not a Stanley Cup. No, but I forgot it today. And today was one of the worst days to forget it because in my last period class, I was already thirsty in the morning and I didn't want to actually like drink the water because it still had a possibility of like being contaminated with whatever the fuck happened. I think that like had something to do with like you had to boil the water or else it was just unsafe to drink. So whatever the fuck that is. But we went down, we went out of the school today in my last period class. And we like went down to this pond to grab like water samples because it was like my science class. And my school has a therapy, emotional support dog. And she's really cute. And my teacher asked me if I wanted to walk her. And I'm like, please, please, can I please walk her? And so I get to walk her. This dog looks like this dog looks ancient. I swear to God, this dog looks so old. I think it's just the way that she walks and like how much white fur she has because she's like a beagle. And I don't know, she just looks so old, man. But she's like only 2 years old and she likes to run apparently. And whenever I found that out, I'm like, oh, I also like to run. Let's go. And my God, whenever I said we ran, my guy. We ran so far and fast. Like it took like, we had like 10 minutes to spare whenever waiting for everyone to get back to the school while we were already there. And I was dying, bro. I was like, I am positively parched. And I was just standing outside the doors. I'm like, please, let me in. It's hot and I'm thirsty. But yeah, I was just fucking it was not good. And then that was fun. It was a fun day today, I guess. I didn't feel like missing yesterday either, but you know. Okay guys, this is where it ends. This is where the live ends. No, I can't believe this. Not Freak Show XP going away. It's okay. Oh my God, I really want to come back. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I sure as hell did. I really like talking about stupid school shit, but I will hopefully see you guys sometime soon. See ya. Thankies.